I made a video not that long ago about, some stuff. And you know what? One thing I want to say is people are very sensitive in the comments on these like videos where you're addressing a different YouTuber. And I'm like, do you not watch our daily HiFi podcast? Like, we're always like busting on each other in a friendly way. Like, to me, I thought that's how kind of like guys act, like, towards, So
generally speaking,
I don't know if they understand that when we joke around, it's not like, I don't know. I think they need to understand our humor or something. I don't know what it is.
Right.
But yeah, that's kind of what's on my mind, all the crazy stuff that's happening online. My latest video where I'm responding back to Steve Guttenberg. Dude, I gotta say, this one buff dude on there, his profile pic's a buff dude, and he's like, maybe I should kick your ass.
What?
I swear to you, for picking on my friend Steve.
Oh, funny.
I was like, you never know. Yeah, he's threatened to beat me up. I was like, I don't know, man. I hope you're joking. You look pretty jacked in your profile photo. Just kind of like, just you don't know who's what. Sometimes it doesn't always pay off to be the tough guy. Like, all right, then come on over. I'll send you my address. Let's see what happens. Do what you got to do then. Like that. Sometimes. Oh, Angela. Yeah. Sometimes that doesn't pay off. Like there recently around here, there was somebody who like cut somebody off on the freeway near here in SoCal, and they shot at the car and killed a baby in the back.
Wow.
It's kind of like, is that, you know what I mean? You never know. Like, what if this dude is really crazy? You're gonna come over and like, it's not worth it. I'm not trying to do that. We're talking about audio.
Yeah.
If you really want to come beat me up over some audio stuff, there's something else wrong with you. Know, you're good. You win automatically. I don't want to deal with you. I'm good.
That's funny.
How about that? I'm not a tough guy then. All right. Stay home. Yeah.
To answer your question, Jacob, yes. This is a frozen alcohol ice pop. Lemonade mango. Delicious, by the way.
I never
refreshing.
I didn't know that was a thing.
I didn't either. I saw this on like Friday. I'm like, oh, I'm getting some of these.
Some of them too. You didn't say, let me try just one before I get a handful. I'm just going to go ahead and get a handful.
It's like a 12 pack. There's like 3 flavors. You get four,
that makes sense.
or 4 per. Yeah.
It's alcohol, right? So they got to make it a 12 pack.
Yeah. That's true.
Of course. I'm laughing. Of course, Optimus Vader, first of all, loves guns.
Yep.
If you go to his Instagram, like everything. And sometimes we're talking about audio and he'll just pop in like, let's talk about guns. So he loves
and
guns.
Star Wars. That's
a combo for him.
That's why I live in the South.
Like, hey, like, is this what we're talking about? Like, we're talking about guns and, dude, we got to chill out. If this is the case, if we're talking about audio, and we have to get to this level, dude, something's wrong.
Seriously, a grown man.
What she said.
His feelings hurt over measurements.
That
sums it up.
That's a double. That's a double meaning. Guys, like I don't add up. I don't measure up.
In the whole scheme of things. All right, so we do audio reviews, right? In the whole scheme of life and your family and all this, how important is audio to you? Like in the whole scheme of everything in life.
Yeah.
Enough to get into a fight over? No.
Yeah.
No.
I don't know. Maybe you, Chana.
What are you talking about?
Depends on how many.
Hey, you're the one wanting to fight people. I don't want you to get in fights and
fighting anybody,
trade shows or anything like that.
I'm just gonna tell people like it is, and I will also be a friend and be like, look, you're violating all kinds of FCC regulations by not disclosing that you got this shit for free. So your channel could be shut down any day. So boom, there you go, dumbass.
Yeah. I guess it's weird. Like it's not worth it. Like we try to keep it fun over here. I think we try to keep a perspective. Like, look, we're just having fun. At the end of the day, we do these things, but if it's not fun, forget it. I'll review something else. I'm gonna go start reviewing TVs with Chana. Maybe that's dangerous territory too.
I don't know.
Oh man. Yeah, you'll have people make hit piece videos out on you, dude.
Oh,
that's happened to me twice. And issue takedowns and all this kind of nonsense.
So, I'm gonna start reviewing just vacuums from now on. Then
there you go.
I don't know, man. That could be dangerous too.
That could be.
You just don't know.
Might suck the life out of you.
Yeah, just might do it, man. There you go. Oh man.
Anyway, yeah, that's what's going on. I'm not worried about anything. You know what I mean? I don't have time to worry about something. Come on.
I always say this when it comes to like internet fights. Like I've been beat up in real life and I've beaten people up in real life. I can handle it either way. I can stand getting punched, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So an online fight, I'm like, really? Come on, man. Yeah. I can tell you the one time I got in a fight, I called it because I thought the dude was going to break my nose. He'd hit me like 4 or 5 times, like square in the nose. And I was like, he was on top of me, just wailing on me. I was like, yeah, I'm losing this one. And I just called it. I was like, that's enough. I'm not done. But the cool thing about guys is we shook hands and that was it. And then like a few months later, we talked and it's all good, you know?
That's it. See, that's some man stuff right there. I like that. I can trust you. You've gotten punched in the nose many times. All right. A few times. Yeah, we're good.
That sucked. Yeah, that sucked.
We could be friends.
Man, getting hit in the nose,
you know,
that's like the worst, man.
Yeah.
Make your eyes cry.
Anyway.
Eyes water. Anyway.
What does this have to do with audio?
It doesn't.
Nothing really.
No. Well, unless you're getting death threats on your page because you told somebody you disagreed with them. In a pretty well-mannered way. I actually like that video. But more than that, I liked your Numi video. I mean, like, okay, I'm going to be honest. This isn't because I just know you, although it probably is some bias in there because I do know you. But I watched your Numi video and I laughed out loud about 3 different times. And I thought, this is the way a video should be. So my videos are like a lot more in depth and I get it. And I wish I could make them not so in depth, but that's kind of my shtick. Mm-hmm. So I'm just going to keep doing what I do and people can enjoy it or they won't. But I watch your videos and I really enjoy them because they've got some technical info, they've got some jokes in there, and then they've got some subjective. And I think it's a really good mix. So I will say that that's probably one of my favorite videos that I've seen of yours, if not the favorite. So kudos.
Thank you.
I liked it. Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, are you trying to say that you have the most accurate measurements in the game?
I think that you do. Probably you've got the most in the entire game. You know, I deleted that because what I wanted to say was something else, but what came out in the heat of the moment, because I was a little bit frustrated as I was talking in real time, and then I realized, like, I kind of sound like a douchebag, so I just kind of deleted that and thought that would be it. But you know, people take stuff a little bit too much to heart, and it's the internet. But
it's
whatever, I ain't getting bogged down in that.
As another reviewer, you kind of like you take things that people say, like you have to chill out for a second, because when somebody says like, you know, I do this the best, you're like, are you referring to me? Like,
did
you say? Me? And then it's like, I didn't mean it that way. I didn't mean to say that everybody else sucks except me. Yeah. I'm just saying mine are pretty good.
I mean, if I'm being real, we all know that mine are the best. I mean, everybody knows that mine are the best. I mean, people email me. People that don't even have email will email me and tell me mine are the best.
So, they're the best.
Yeah.
The best around.
That's fine.
And just so we're clear, real fast, I am kidding. I am kidding. I mean, I'll believe what I want to believe, but saying it out loud is something different. But anyway.
Yeah.
I'm not even going there, man.
And like Tristan was trying to stir the pot. He's like, I can't wait for Chana's response to Erin's video.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah. Maybe I'll put on a wig and be like, I pity the fool that measures everything. You know.
You think you measure better than me, sucker? Hey woman. Hey woman.
My laser measuring device is better than yours.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Man. Angela made a joke this other day. She's like, it's always about measurements. Like,
we're all so insecure. Anyway, but yeah, it was an interesting weekend. You know what's cool is I did that video, and aside from that little blip of just what I would consider silliness and over dramatization, I actually had a pretty good amount of industry vets who I respect highly personally email me and say something to the effect of, hey, I appreciate what you said. If I'd have said that when I was working, I would have gotten fired. Right. So I'm like, when I put that video out there, I was a little bit apprehensive about how is this going to come across? Are people going to, get mad at me for being kind of negative? Because I'm not really a negative person in real life. I just kind of had enough. So when I got those messages to me, I was like, oh, this is cool. And now I don't feel so bad. But having said that, I have moved on from this whole crapola. And anytime I see one of these crazy dudes post another video about measurements not mattering or totally misunderstanding things, all I'm going to do is just repost that same video because I've said what I need to say. There's nothing else for me to say about the subject, and that's it. I'm moving on.
And I think it's okay for us to be able to respond to, a thought that's out there.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's part of being a content creator.
Yeah.
I think, Joe did it very tastefully. You did it very tastefully. Some people took it as an attack on somebody else. I'm like, there's no attack here. It's like, okay, I'm sharing my point of view of where I'm coming from and the way I see it.
Just like the other person did.
Yeah, that's a discussion. At that point, it's a discussion. Now, granted, it's not two people talking together, but Joe's invited the other party onto his show and said, hey, look, I'll be glad to talk with you. I mean, we should be able to have a civil discussion on this topic without name calling. But if it turns into that, then Joe's cracking his neck. Like
he's getting ready because
changes my middle name.
Because guys coming after him.
I'm talking about Steve Guttenberg in my video, and I responded to a video that he made. And I feel like previously, he's made videos about topics that were probably referring to me.
Yeah,
and so to me, it was like, is he not? I'm not sure, but I am in the category of like the reviewers who are doing what he says.
Sure, absolutely.
So to me, I'd rather just say, all right, well, I'm referring to you, and then we can talk. Sometimes when I don't like leaving room for interpretation when it comes to this stuff. I don't want you to think like, is he talking about me? Yeah, I said your name. I'm talking about you.
Yeah.
To me, that's the man thing to do. Just like be direct, not to say man or woman, but like, I was growing up like, this is what you do. This is how you do things. Address the person directly. Don't beat around the bush and pretend like we're talking about somebody else and make them guess. I'm talking about you, and that's fine. Yeah. Now, I'm not to say it's an attack. It's just more like, let's discuss this together. It's it's more like that.
Yeah. Yeah. And my video was not so much about just Steve Guttenberg. It just happened to be that he had made a more recent one, but him and Andrew Robinson, and there's a handful of others over like the last year that have just said the kind of thing like measurements don't matter. And it's such a blanketed statement. Like if you're going to say something like that, quantify it, or in my opinion, talk about maybe they don't matter to you because one reason or another, but to throw out the tags like, dope with a microphone and just silly stuff like that. I'm like, well, now I feel like you're talking to me. So I feel like at your position, when you've got a lot of people listening to you, I feel like I need to reply just to kind of clear the air, say my piece and move on. And that's what I plan to do. Matter of fact, I've already made 2 video reviews. I've got the Kali Ion 8 V2 and I've got the ELAC UBR 62. It was awesome. I shot those yesterday. I was like, I'm just going to do 2 videos in one day. So I got both of them done. Nice. And they're ready to go. So I'm just going to queue them up when I'm on vacation. I'm just going to kick them out there. It'll be awesome.
Boom.
Yeah, I'm excited.
And by the way, you mentioned Andrew Robinson, right? I don't know if he watches this or not, but
I don't care if he does.
A lot of times he might. But you know what? So you have to give a man props when he deserves the props too. I saw a recent video of him doing a Bang & Olufsen speaker, and I guess he was in Palm Springs. Dude, the B-roll is legit. So if you're watching, I can appreciate that side too. Yeah. The artistry of making it look really cool. I want to make really nice looking videos. And when I saw that, I'm like, is this from about, Bang & Olufsen? Because it just looks that clean.
Yeah. No,
yeah.
So anyway, you got to give a man props when he deserves it too.
Oh, absolutely. So, absolutely. Yeah. I think even back in the day when, I've given him props before. I'll just say that. I definitely have straight up told him, you make some great production quality videos. Gosh, there was something that somebody else said. Thomas and Stereo. So what I also thought was cool is Thomas and Stereo replied back to my video and he said, well, I thought the tone was a little bit, you could have been nicer, I think is what he said. Mm-hmm. And I mean, I don't know. In his opinion, I could have. In my opinion, I could have been meaner. But whatever. But the cool thing I thought was that he said, hey, maybe I'll start trying to incorporate measurements into my videos, which I don't want anybody to feel like they have to. My whole point was just, hey, if you don't do it, just don't do it. But don't come out and say that it's useless, But I do think it's cool that people are willing to learn and maybe stretch outside their comfort zone a little bit and try to provide additional information if they want to do that. I think that's cool, but they don't have to, obviously.